All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Thank you guys for tuning in, whether you are on YouTube or Soup. Again, finally able to stream on Soup starting this year, so hopefully things go well with that. But those of you that are joining me for the first time, again, I've been doing this. This is my fifth season now with doing the KBO in English. I've been to stadiums. I know the players, all of that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. KT opening day upset. Welcome, Jim. By the way, I'm gonna send a test message because I need to check and see. Yeah, it doesn't look like if you chat in one, it's not coming up in the other for some reason. So I'll have two separate chats going, I guess. Is Chirino's out on the mound. 30 games last year. He was 13-6 with a 3.31 ERA against KT. 217 was 3-0 against them. Didn't particularly pitch that well, but yeah. So I guess we are ready to go. Reyes is out. All right, Torino's already having issues with his all of his pitch comp stuff, but we'll see. Again, I am doing kind of a two separate broadcasts, but we'll see how it goes. So Torino's out on the mound. He's going to face Chaewon Jun to start things off, and the first pitch just catches the top of the zone for strike one. So we are officially underway as LG once again defending their title. Chaewon June, a couple different teams last year. A ground ball to the shortstop and it throws quickly over easy 6-3 in that. And the first out of the season. Really? All right, Kim Hyun Soo getting his first at bat, official at bat with the KT Wiz as the first pitch is way over his head though, and Chirinos get a couple more. Kim Hyun Soo again, huge legend in LG, and the next pitch just misses the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-0. In last year's Korean Series MVP. And that catches the top of the zone, a 3-0. No, it didn't look like he caught the top, but must not have caught it as it crossed the middle of the plates. And the 3-0 pitch, that's in there for a strike on the inside, and it's a 3-1. And that's lifted to center field. Pac Min steps a few back and makes the catch. And that's two away. What's up, Lacey? Glad to have you. Again, I don't know why it's not. They should be working together, but for some reason they are not. How was Japan? And here comes the first pitch to Anyan Min. Again, a big last year rookie of the year. No questions asked at all. Already a home run. And the 1-0 pitch misses way outside. And that just misses on the outside, and it's 3-0. Chirino's not finding the strike zone early. 3-0 count to Kim Yan Soo, and then another 3-0 count here to An Hyun Min. And that's right down the middle, 147. Get me over fastball. Jim, I'd have to say LG, Samsung, and then NC. And that misses low when he walks them. First walk of the day is they've got their first base runner. And that'll bring up Hillard of the new. Oops, that's the wrong side. That'll bring up Hillard, the new foreign bats for KT. Again, they replaced all their foreigners. So, all right, here we go. First look at him. Rather tall, actually. Lanky guy. As that just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. 332 games with 44 home runs for his career, and that one is way low. 1-1 now. An Hyun Min will steal a base or two. He does have plenty of speed to do what he needs to do on the base bats. We'll see if they start to put them in motion or anything. And the right-hander delivers down at the bottom of the zone, a swing and a miss on a pitch that ended up at the dirt. And it's 1-2. Hilliard, not a good. None of the KT foreigners had very good springs. I think he was the only one that qualified for spring batting, and at that point, I think he hit at 170. Yeah, as here comes the 1-2 pitch, taps the glove on the ground just like the KBO would, and he slaps that to left field. Moon Sung Ju not able to get it, and that's going to be the first hit of the day for KT and his first KBO hits, as they've got runners on first and second now with 2 outs, bringing up the number 5 hitter, Yu Hyun Min, the second baseman. Little inside out, slapped it. He tried to go low with it, but slaps it into left field. Moon Sung Ju, not the greatest defender over in left field, was coming in, but no point in diving for that. All right. Again, Yoon Hyun Min looks at ball one outside. I'm not sure exactly how he does. This is the first time I've seen him. Did hit 360 in 12 games in the spring, though. And they'll set outside to just above the knees. Misses inside, but misses inside far enough that he actually catches the inside corner. Again, the for those of you that aren't familiar, the KBO has full ABS strike zones. Full ABS strike zones, don't need to worry about uh, the umpire calling anything. They also have check swings, as that's going to be a ground ball through the right side, and An Hyun Min is going to come around. Hong Chang-gi throws home, but it's going to be too late, and KT is going to take the early lead on the RBI single from Yu Hyun Min. Hilliard stays over at second base, but Yu Hyun Min over at first, Hilliard over at second, and we've got ourselves a 1-0 game already. All right. Brings up Lee Jung-hoon. 258 last year. Looks at just strike one. Is Chirinos already at 20 pitches in this game? Now he's got runners on first and second. 1 run is already in. giving up back-to-back singles. That's just in the dirt. Pak Dong Wan is able to snag it before it scoots away. 12 seconds. That's a lifetime, right? All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees and misses outside at 2-1. Torino's really struggling with his command. In previous years, last year, 234 they hits against him in the first inning, so it's he was pretty consistent until he gets to the sixth and seventh innings, low 200s. So it's not like he's a guy that has in the past last year has struggled at all. He's just he is not commanding the ball at all. You know, starts with a two seam. One of I believe three pitchers that's a lead with the two seam over the four seam. At least overhand pitchers instead of the side armors. And the 3-1, that's an inside out. That's going to be slapped to left field. Moon Sung Ju is going to come up. Hilliard is going to come on home, and they're going to cut it off. And another RBI single, back-to-back RBI singles, 3 straight hits. And KT's got themselves a 2-0 lead already. Torino's really struggling here. Two outs, a walk, a single, an RBI single, and another RBI single. A nice double cut there. The shortstop off his glove, and then yeah. Any game score? What do you mean by game score? 24 pitches now for Chirinos brings up Hog Young Min. I was surprised to see Hog Young Min so far down in the lineup. Last year he was, you know, in the 2, 3, 4 spots, 5 spots. But this season, starting down there in the 7th spot, a guy that gets a ton, an absolute ton of hits and struggled with some injuries last year. And the first pitch is outside. 25 pitches now for Chirinos. I mean, a 283 last year. Yeah. Brokey, what do you mean by game score? Yeah, and then the 1-0 misses up high. Uh I don't know. I will say that's the KBO stats app that I've normally used is changed. So they may have pulled it off of that, and that's going to be another single to the left side. Moon Sung Ju is going to come up throwing again. They cut it again, and back to back to back RBI singles has now got KT up 3-0, and Chirinos is struggling to get out of this inning. Lengthening that lineup. Welcome, New Hope, as that's finally gets a strike on the inside corner. 238 last year for Han Sung Taek. Han Sung Taek last year was a kind of the backup, kind of split time with Kim Tae-gun over in Gwangju for Kia. Came over in the off season, but looks at ball one on the inside there, and already we're getting ready for pitch number 20. And the 1-1 easily in there for a strike, 1-2. KT was my pick, the most likely that I thought would struggle on today. I thought that they would be the one team that wasn't able to put it together, and that's misses up and outside. It's 2-0. Really? See, I thought I thought Alcantara, he's been really, really good. That's going to be another single through the right side, a slow chopper. He's going to come on home as Hong Chang-gi struggled to get the ball, and another RBI single. Playing small ball, ladies and gentlemen, just moving them around the field, moving them around the bases as unbelievable. Just a little, it's not like they're not hit, you know, terribly hard or anything. They're just they're clean singles. That was probably the weakest single that they've had, and but another home or another RBI single as another run scores. Lee Jung Hoon comes around. That's a four straight RBI singles. That one's going to be lifted to center field. Park Min to give and chase, and that is going to be over his head. One hop into the wall. Hog Young Min is going to come around to score there. Going to wave Han Sung take. He is going to come on home. And just like that, KT goes up 6-0 with the two RBI double. And there is some issues. Just clearing it. The number, you got to love it when your number 9 hitter comes up in the first inning, and then you got to love it even more when he keeps the inning going. As they will flip the lineup back over Lee Kong-min. As Chae Won-jun made the first out in this inning, slaps that one away foul. 34 pitches now for Chirinos as he is in some serious issues. Park Min playing shallow for the shortstop, the number 9 hitter. He just put it right over his head. And the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. This was definitely not something that anybody kind of predicted, I don't think. And the 1-1, that's going to be right back at Chirinos. He catches it, throws over to first base, but not before an awful, awful, awful start to the first inning for LG and their attempted back-to-back championships. We'll go take a small little break before LG comes up and tries to at least make the game close. What about the other 3 teams that most people pick to be in finish in front of them? 7 at bats with runners on base, 6 straight hits, and man, a rough starts for old LG's championship attempt. Yeah, exactly, Arpo. I think I gotta get some stuff caught up. There we go. All right. We should be back here. Sauer out on the mound for KT. Nice to start make your first official starts with a 6-run lead. Yeah, they definitely not expecting any of that. And Sauer did not pitch well in the spring though. 6.30 ERA. He was 1-1, 10 innings, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, a 1.3 WHIP, but he also gave up 2 home runs. Now they are playing in Jamsheo, which is probably one of the top 2 hardest stadiums to hit home runs in. So he does have that versus KT's kind of a middle of the road team or a middle of the road stadium as far as everything. Dragging its feet, that's about normal for them, right? And the first pitch from him is low, ball 1, 151 on the gun there. 287 last year for Hong Chang-yi. He did struggle with a big injury that put him out for about 2/3 of the season. As the 1-0 misses way inside, and it's 2-0. For Kimmy. Yeah, another 2-0 right down the middle. 153 on the gun there. He has got some speed behind that fastball. So probably the power of the mustache. Yeah, and the 2-1 pitch. Way inside, 3-0. 50 hits. Again, Hong Chang-gi is a on-base machine. 2024, 2023, he was the on-base machine. He was led the league in on-base percentage. The 3-1 pitch and just misses low and walks the leadoff batter. Hong Chang-gi over at first base. One of those things that LG does is tries to steal. And I say it that way because they're not very good at it. They try to steal, but yeah, try. All right, Sauer out on the mound still, and Shinmin J slaps that away, and it's 0-1. Shinmin J definitely had the best season of his career last year. His first ever home run, broke up a no-hitter with his home run in the ninth inning. 313, won himself a Gold Glove over at second base. Again, Gold Glove in Korea is slightly different. It's a golden batting gloves is the best way to explain it. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. He grabs it, throws to the second base. They will not attempt to throw over to first. And the 6-4 putouts. He erases Hong Chang-gi, replaces him with the Shinmin J, and brings up Austin Ding 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 Ding. Good old Austin Ding 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 Ding. Yeah, I think Rodriguez is the hardest thrower in the league this year. They said it can get up to 158, so we'll see how he does once he starts to loosen up a little bit. Austin Dean 313 in for his fourth season with LG. That's in the dirts, but not far enough away. Did have some injury issues last year, 31 home runs, 133 hits, but he missed about a month of the season, came back and really did not look particularly well, especially during the Korean series, didn't look the best. So, all right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle and that misses low. Ball two. Oh, Sauer looking for some troubles here as he walked the leadoff batter. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking. Yeah, struggles with command as Austin Dean swings at ball three, fouls it away, and it's a 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Mustache on the mound. Sets up of the belt on the inside corner. And he turns on that, but got under it a little bit too much. Hillard underneath it, a few steps in front of the warning track. And that's 2 away. Try to deposit the high fastball into the stadium seats, but it did not work. Oh, Hong Chang or Shinmin J still over at first base. Moonbo Young of WBC fame. Again, Many people feel that he was robbed of being on the All WBC team, set a record for 11 RBIs in the first round, tied the WBC record, but didn't need any more rounds to do it. He is a well-known, very fast starter. Last year in spring, in the spring games in March and April, he really just kind of took over, came out real hard against this league, but then really slowed down. As yeah, here we go. We got some WBC highlights here. All right. And he misses up and out of the zone again. 3-0. How's his new song, Arpo? And the 3-0. That is going to be way low and inside, and he walks him on 4 pitches. Oh, Shinmin Jay will head on over to second base. And that'll bring up Pak Dong Wang, Mr. Full Swing, Mr. Tuna, the big tuna coming up. Yeah, it's it remains to be seen about how he does in the KBO though. He did not have a good spring 777. I'm gonna call you that, as that one is way outside. Ball one. The other thing, the KBO ball and the MLB ball are different. So I believe the KBO ball is a little bit tighter round and the seams are a little bit different. KT's manager already coming out to have a little talk with him. Again, even though he hasn't given up any runs yet, he is struggling with his command. Again, he just walked Moon Bo Kyung on 4 straight pitches. He walked Hong Chang Ki to start the game. Austin, he fell behind against him also. So, a quick mound visit, and he'll head back. And none of the KT foreigners had very good springs. Obviously, that doesn't mean anything, but KT missed the playoffs last year by 1 game, and you could say it's because of their foreigners. As the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, and the mound visit didn't work. Apparently, he didn't tell him to throw strikes. And here comes the 2-1, as he finally did get one in there. And the 2-1, that's slapped foul. And at 2-2. Your nephew? All right. All right, we've got ourselves the first full count of the day, and that's fouled away, though. And we'll stay 3-2. First full count. Everybody loves some full counts. Are you going to come visit him in Korea? Go visit Suwon? And here we go, the 3-2 pitch. Misses low on another walk. He walks the bases loaded. Third walk of the game, third walk of the inning. And he did struggle with his command in the spring. You also have to, not only is the ball difference, obviously the KBO used the full ABS system. So new pitchers have to get used to that. That's a strike on the outside corner to Moon Sung Ju, though. 305 last year. He also dealt with some injuries. And the 0-1 pitch, slapped foul. And it's 0-2. Welcome, welcome. All right, the 0-2 misses way up high. The standard, don't throw anywhere near the strike zone because you don't want him to get a 0-2 pitch and get a hit. Yes. Good to see you. It's been a while. All right, to the 1-2 pitch. Misses way up high, 2-2. I'd really like to be able to merge these two chats. The YouTube folks can see the YouTube chats, but they can't see the soup chat. Yes, here comes the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be off the handle, but Hillard is under it, and that will be 3 away. They leave the bases loaded. 3 walks from Sauer, but he doesn't let anybody run or let anybody come in. So we go to the second inning. It's 6-0 KT. Massive start there for KT. Yeah, I changed them to soup. So yeah, you got the soup logos now. But KT will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters. Again, they batted all the way around and then +1 in the first inning. So we'll see how long Chirinos actually stays out there. The one nice thing for these teams is while they may not want to pull a starter early, the fact that they're only playing 2 games before they have another day off makes it a little bit easier. Makes it a little bit easier to pull one and then think, yeah, you know what, it'll be okay. Elsewhere around the league, Hanwha's up 1-0 against Kium. Kia's up 2-0 against SSG. Lotte's up 2-0 against Samsung. And then we've got some zeros down in Changwon. On Super Live, I don't know what Super Live is. So Beijing Jun will come out on the mound as Chirinos' day is done. All right. And first pitch is in there for a strike to Kim Hyun Soo. Kim Hyun Soo flew out to center field in his first at bat. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws over, and a 6-3, one away. I don't know why it won't let me. There we go. Oh, 2 pitches, 1 out. So that'll work for LG. That brings up An Hyun-min. He has started the 2-out rally in the last inning with a walk. Came around to score on the Yoo Hyun-min RBI single. And that misses outside. Ball 1. Apparently that was a strike. It showed up green on the K zone, but and that one is definitely a ball though. Hello, hello. And that misses outside at 2-0. No cheer squad for opening day weekend? And he lifts that one up, but it gets foul out of play. And it's 2-2. What's up, Slava? Moondog Young looking on. DHing. He didn't play in the spring. He did play in the Futures League yesterday. Kind of a strange situation. And An Hyun-min lays off of that and another walk. 2 at-bats, 2 non-at-bats. 2 walks for An Hyun-min. On-base percentage of 1,000. Not too shabby for a rookie. Or, well, I guess not a rookie now. And lays off of that is Hillard, and another ball. Well, 1-0 pitch down by the knees, misses inside at 2-0. Down. Yeah, the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be slapped into the outfield. Park Min is going to run around to get it. Moon Sung Ju is going to cut him off, and he's going to throw it into second. An Hyun-min heads on over to third, and Hillard now a 2 for 2 in his KBO career as he comes up with a single. Moves An Hyun-min over to third base. Another single, another hit right after a walk from for An Hyun-min. And Hillard is adjusting nicely. Hello, hello, HG, HDJ, HGD, FY, FD. We're going to call you Alphabet Soup because there's no way I'm going to be able to read that all the time. Hilliard and Austin Dean having some. Oh, hey, Jacob. Not watching the. This is the year. This is Lotte's year. I think so. All right, Yoo Hyun-in. I'm gonna change that. It's Yoo Hyun-in, not Yoo Hyun-min. There we go. All right. Leo 1 pitch sets up on the outside. That's lifted, but it'll get foul, I do believe, and it's 0-2. 12 pitches now for Beijay Jun with the runners on first and second. He does have 1 out. Sorry about that. No, definitely not. ERA of 54. That's it? Well, on the bright side, I mean, yeah, it could get worse, but most likely not. Hanwha probably told him that they couldn't because that's going to be a slap right at Pakemi. He grabs it. He's going to throw to first. He's going to probably pick off Hilliard, and he does. Hilliard gets picked off. As that is going to be a line to the center fielder, and he doubles him up at first base. Oh, that's right. Skeens only got .2 innings or whatever, right? Getting doubled up over at first base. He was stealing a line drive, kind of. He didn't get back. And he is out at first, and that will take us to the bottom of the seconds. It's 6-0. They do get a hit, but I don't know what you don't want to call it a double play, but center. No, no challenge. Let's see. Gutong Mo. Yeah, Gutong Mo is pitching. He had to pitch since Riley Thompson got injured. Since he was injured, they moved Guchong Mo up one day. OG Wan will lead things off. The scrub, yeah. Why is it contradictory? Is that what they need? Yeah, all right. OG Wan just catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2, 0-1. Yeah, and the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws across, and one away. Sauer just 27 pitches in that first inning. Again, he left the bases loaded. Gubonyak will step up. Well, I mean, who else would they use, Jacob? I mean, if you think about it, that's going to be a liner to center field, but catches it and then falls on the ground to make himself a highlight reel, very unneeded highlight reel. But that's 2 outs already for Sauer and just sitting at 30 pitches. Made the catch, then dove. I think most teams start their first two their foreign starters the first 2 games anyway. And that's in there for a strike. A 150 on the gun there. 276 for Pac Amin. Again, mainly a defensive guy. That's why he's batting down in the 9 spot. As the 0-1 pitch, low, 1-1. The 1-0, the 1-1 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. And Sauer looks like he kind of found his command, maybe. And it does take some of these pitchers a month or two. And the 1-2 pitch. That is lifted to center field, going back, but under it, and 3 away. 1, 2, 3 goes LG, and we go to the third inning. It's 6-0 KT. That was a super uneventful inning. Sauer is sitting nicely now, actually, at 27 pitches in the first. Elsewhere, Hanwha still up 1-0. LG 2-0. Kia 2-0. So quick early scores, but since then, all the teams have kind of slowed down a little bit. Team Sangyu. About 90, 96, 97. 160 is 100 miles an hour. That's the easiest way to put it. All right, we're back. Top of the third inning. I hit that button twice. I hope not. No, KT is going to have their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Yeah. Director of baseball, Lee Jung-hoon, looks at just strike one. Lee Jung-hoon 1 for 1. Looks at ball one there. 1-1. Lee Jung-hoon takes over as the DH today. Doesn't have a defensive position. He's one of those type of guys. And the 1-1 just catches the bottom of the zone. 1-2. No problemo. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. If you notice, when he throws 150, it shows up red. The reason why it shows up as red is because 150 is super fast for the KBO. As the 2-2 is off the handle, and a nice lazy pop fly to the third baseman, and that's 1 away. Got another arm warming up in the bullpen, Lee Jung-yong. "19 pitches for Beijay Jun. That misses up high, ball 1. Paul Kyung-min, RBI single and a run scored, and that's a big first inning for KT. And the 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2-0. Looks like my prediction for a OJ Wan Rookie of the Year. That's in there for a strike though, and it's 2-1. Paul Kyung-min, one of the few players that rock some spectacles. Always got to be a fan, as that's going to be a ground ball through the left side, just under the diving Gubon Hyuk, and he is on base with his second hit of the day, moving him down to that 7 spot. So looking good for KT. And Hog Young Min is a guy that just hits. Last year, again, struggled with some injuries, slow starts, and then struggled with some injuries. Han Sung Taek steps in. He is a 1-for-1 with an RBI single himself. Hog Young Min, and not a lot of speed over there. He is an elder statesman in the league. That's way up high, ball one. You been practicing your songs, Kiwi? You dancing in the living room? All right, the 1-0 pitch. Nope. Check over at Hog Young Min over at first. Just a reminder that the KBO does not have the limits that the MLB has. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch that sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. 1-1 on a pitch way off the zone. Han Sung Taek again came over in the off season. Jang Sang Hu no longer the starter, as that's in there for a strike, 1-2. And Jang Sang Hu, a longtime KT backstop, former Lotte Gigante. Yes, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. Says widen the strike zone, he'll chase. He doesn't chase that. The animation from the catchers, it's so different than the MLB. If you watch some MLB, the announcers will often talk about how quiet the catcher is, with his movements. But in the KBO, catchers are moving around, motioning, slapping their glove on the ground when they want something in the dirt. And the 2-2 pitch, that is fouled off the catcher's mask, stays at 2-2. And here we go, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 away now. That is the first strikeout of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first strikeout of the day. All right, Ekong Min steps in. The big 2 RBI double in the first inning put them up 6-0. Getting his second at bats. And that misses outside, 1-0. One 0 pitch. Ripped. And that'll go through the left side. And another hit for him. Hog Young Min will head on over to second base as Egong Min on base for the second time. Egong Min. All right, so we'll have another pitching change here. We'll be back in just a few. Egong Min. Where did he play before? trying to see who the new pitcher is. They changed this app, and I am not a fan of it. It's just not updating very quickly. All right, Lee Jung-yong will come in to pitch. All right, Chaewon Jun steps in once again. Looks at the ball one. Lee Jung-yong out on the mound now. 39 games, 34 innings, a 6-1-7 with one save. And the 1-0 misses low, 2-0. All right, the 2-0 pitch sets up at the waist and misses way up high. Good thing they brought this guy in. And those of you guys that are not aware, KBO bullpens tend to struggle with this thing called a strike. That's a misses outside and a 4-pitch walk. Comes in and immediately walks the bases loaded. That'll bring up Kim Hyun-soo. Kim Hyun-soo 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center in his first at bat. Looks at another one there as a ball 5. Flew out to center in his first at bat. A 6-3 ground out in his second at bat. Led off last inning. In fact, as the 6-3 ground outs led off that inning, and that is a strike on the inside corner. The first strike he has thrown so far today. A 1-1 pitch that is ripped. That is going to be trouble, but nope. Hong Chang-yi is able to grab it, and that's will be 3 away. It just kind of died out there in the air as we will go to the bottom of the third. It's 6-0 KT. Leaving the bases loaded. That's both teams have now left the bases loaded. KT has now left 5 runners on base. So leading off the bottom of the third for LG will be the top of their lineup. Hong Chang-yi, who just made that catch over there in right field. Elsewhere, again, no change. Oops, Kia has added another run on the board there. Added another run. So it looks like 2 2 in the first. We'll see how that happened. Kim Sun Bin with an RBI single, and Na Sung Bong with an RBI. All right, so we're back. Sar is still out there on the mound. He will face the lineup for the second time today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Hong Chang-gi walked in his first at bat, but was stranded over at third in that first inning, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Just the 7 pitches in that last inning for Sar as he went 1, 2, 3. Hong Chang-gi 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside and misses way inside. And 1-1. Hong Chang-gi. Hong Chang-gi. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, up at the belly button, but that's misses outside. So, a question for you, since you said it's his nephew. Do you call him Matt or do you call him Sar? As the 2-1 misses low, and that's 3-1. I always wonder that about players, since with the team they always call them by their last name. Yeah, this is the 3-1 pitch, misses way outside, and he walks Hong Chang-gi again. Hong Chang-gi has been on base twice now. Both right fielders have been on base both at bats, yet have no actual at bats, as both right fielders have walked in their first 2 at bats. Hong Chang-gi will put his oven mitts on. Fourth walk of the day for Sauer. He again walked the bases loaded in the first inning, 1, 2, 3 inning last inning, and that is fouled away to Shin-Min Jae, and it's 0-1. 40 pitches now for Sauer. Yeah. I was also hoping you gave me some like super awesome like Matty Bacon or something like that. Some actual like family nickname, as the 0-1 is slapped away, and it's 0-2. Right, the 0-2 pitch sets up high, up at the letters, and misses up high. Ball 1. 27, 77, 21. What you might want to do is if you look up at the top of the screen, this is the same name for all, but if you go to YouTube, I always have a poll each week, as the 1-2 is fouled off of them. I have a poll for the weekday games, and I have a poll for the weekend games. And you could actually vote for which game you would like me to stream. So if you want to see more KT games, well, some sweet KT games, then go there and vote for some KT games. If you'd like to see some LG games, you can go there. Obviously, I doubt you'd want to see LG games. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he misses low, 2-2. Austin Dean waiting on deck. A Shin-Min Jae 0 for 1 on the day, a 6-4 ground out in his first at bats. Ended up getting stranded over there at third base. I spoke wrong earlier. Hong Chang-gi did not get stranded at third. And that is up high, ball 3, and we've got another full count, second full count of the day. Pak Dong-wan walked in the first inning on the full count. Shin-Min Jae was stranded over at third. Hong Chang-gi in that first inning was thrown out at seconds on the 6-4 putouts. So he was not stranded over there at third. But he did definitely walk. And the 3-2 pitch is lifted to center field into the gap. The center is nope. Hilliard will end up taking it as Hong Chang-gi trots back. You couldn't really see who was going to take it. Hilliard put his glove up later. And that's 2 away. All right. Austin Dean steps in now. Also 0 for 1, and that's inside. Ball 1, 1-0. Flew out to left field in his first at-bats. Batting at 0 on the season. And here we go with a 1-0 pitch. It sets up just above the knees on the outside corner, and he rolls over that. Nope, but gets through, and that's going to be a single. Hong Chang-gi is going to head on over to second base, and Austin Dean heard me talking about him batting 0, and that's the first hit of the day for LG. That brings up a Moonbo Young, a very dangerous hitter early in the season. Ooh, a nice, beautiful curveball in there for a strike. Absolutely beautiful. And that's going to be a single through, and Hong Chang-gi is going to head on over to third. Not able to bring him home, and he's got the bases loaded. Back-to-back singles, a walk, and back-to-back singles. Now loads the base for the second time today for LG. Is Danny. Thank you, Danny. I assume, Danny, you might be watching. Oh, Captain Silver Starfish with the bomb over there in Daejeon. So yeah, Danny, I knew what game score was, but I was talking about like he was asking about whether it moved or not. But I don't ever follow any of that stuff. But all right, 1 out, bases loaded, 50 pitches for Sauer. Brings up a Mr. Full Swing, the big tuna. Oops, that's not right. Ball 1. He was able to get out of the first inning with the bases loaded. He'll try again to do the same here. It's the 1-0 pitch. Way outside again. 2-0. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Don't want to put something over the middle of the plate for him. And that is lifted. Hilliard going back. He's turned around. It's carrying, and he drops. It falls in front of him as Hilliard falls down on the ground. Pak Dong-hwan is going to have at least one RBI, only one, as they had to hold up because it looked like he was going to catch it. That is just going to be a RBI single at the base of the wall, and LG is going to have their first run of the day. As Hilliard looked like he was going to be right under it, and then it ended up dropping about 6 feet from him. He didn't quite get all of it. So it's probably a home run in a month or two. But Hilliard was going back at the warning track, was feeling for the fence there, but drops down. The bases are still loaded. Austin Dean at third base. Pak Dong-hwan now at first. That brings up a Moon Sung Ju. Oh, Moon Sung Ju now steps in. He's fouled that first pitch off. The 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Misses low, 1-1. Moon Sung Ju 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field with the bases loaded back in the first inning. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. And he rolls over. It's foul. Moves it to 1-2. Sauer seems to kind of be stuck in trouble. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Moon Sung Ju turns on that. Right fielder is under it. An Hyun-min has an incredible arm. Austin Dean is going to go. They probably could have gotten him, but that will be a sacrifice fly to right field as LG has put up another run on the board to make it 6-2. An Hyun-min probably the best arm in the league in terms of right field. Moon Bo-kyung not a lot of speed over at second to tag up and move up another base, but Flowers now got 2 outs with his 57 pitches. OG Wan turns on that one, but that's going to be right at An Hyun-min, and that's going to be outs number 3. They leave another 2 on base. They've left 5 on base, but they were able to get to 2 across on 3 hits. We'll go to the 4th inning. It's a 6-2 KT. Finally able to squeak some across. Let's see. And just making sure I keep my numbers up to date. 5 now left on. Will they bring him in to, 5 runs? Then they better not bring him in. But then again, we know who's there, so we know that it's quite possible that Hanwha would bring in. Yeah, he got out of it. Not not the prettiest of outings, but sitting with a 4-run lead, I think he'll take it. All right, so we're back at top of the 4th inning now. An Hyun-min will lead things off. LG fans not enjoying it. Oh, I kind of like those towels where they have the little button. It's kind of nice. KT fans made the trip. Not that it's much of a trip. It's just down the old. Interesting to see all the iPhones in the stands with the blatant as iPhone, blatant Samsung advertisements. And that's first pitch is outside, ball one. 1-0 pitch, way outside again, 2-0. Again, the right fielders are 0 for 0 with 4 walks so far today. The 2-0, and he hits him. That's, ladies and gentlemen, his third time on base. Again, the right fielders have been on base all 5 times, but have yet to have an actual at bat. Maybe it's a thing where you just don't pitch to right-handers or right fielders, I guess, this year or something. Maybe I missed a rule check or a change in the rules. All right, Hilliard steps in. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a single, a run scored, and another single. And that's going to be ripped but foul, and he's behind 0-2. This game is crawling to a standstill after that first inning. And the 0-2 misses inside. 1-2. KT not known for their offense. It'll be interesting with LG. LG does have a really good offense. We'll see how that happens. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up at the waist. He rolls over it. And that might be trouble. A glove flip by Shinmin Jae gets him. A beautiful, beautiful play by Shinmin Jae. Does move the runner up to second base. No time to bother with fielding and throwing. Video replay. This year, one of the rule changes is the first base and second base umpires have wireless microphones, and he is out. Yep, he's out. I don't know what's taking so long. 100% looks out. And he is out. So previously they would go and they would put on the headphones and they would do all of that whole thing. But this year, the first base umpire and the second base umpire, they both have wireless mics and like earphone and wireless mic and everything, and they actually do everything. Yeah, it's so much better. As that's is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Again, the pitch clock has changed a little bit to 18 seconds, as that's way up high there, or 1-1. 18 seconds if there's nobody on base, 23 seconds if there's somebody on base. Again, there is no limit to how many times you can throw over. So with the runners on base, yeah. But the 1-1 pitch, that is a slapped foul. And it's 1-2. Yu Hyun In. RBI single and a run scored in his first at bat, then lined out to center field in his second at bat. That was the double play. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up way up the. Whoa. That was closer to me than the strike zone. 18 pitches now for Lee Jung Yong. He's again, this is the third pitcher as Torino started, gave up 6 runs in the first inning at 35 pitches. As that one has popped up. Apparently, the first baseman makes the play. They were showing the center fielder, but Austin Dean made that play. I was wondering what they were looking at. And 2 away now. The cameraman is going to have to work on his baseball tracking, his fly ball tracking. That's way up high. Lee Jung Hoon 1 for 2 on the day. RBI single and a run scored back in the first, and then a foul pop fly, a little lazy pop fly to the third baseman. And that is going to be a grounder ripped hard against Austin Dean's glove, bounces into right field, and that is going to be an RBI single. And KT gets a run back. Brings up a Hog Young Min. Yeah, I always wonder about those, Stefan, where they're they used to be relievers. That's in there for a strike. Luckily, at this time of the year, it's not as big of a deal because they've known all off season that they were going to be a starter. And 0-1 is another single through the left side, and Hog Young Min is on base for the third time today with his third single. 11 hits now for KT, but they've only had 1 extra base hit. Han Sung-hyuk steps in. And we'll have another pitching change. Pitching change, another pitching change. Oh, the old ham duck, ladies and gentlemen. The old ham duck making his way in. Yeah, everybody loves a little ham duck. That'll be it for him. Ham duck coming in. Elsewhere around the lovely, lovely league, Hanwha's up 3-1 against Kium. Lotte added another run, puts them up 3-0 against Samsung. NC 3-0 against Doosan. Kia's added another 2. They're up 5-0 against SSG. As the 2 teams facing the number 9 and 10 teams from last year are the only playoff teams from last year that are actually winning today. Both of them with 3 spots. All right, so who are about back? Just watching the old ham duck warming up. Ham Duck Ju, 31 games last year, 27 innings, 2 wins, 3 losses, 1 hold, a 6 ERA, 26 strikeouts with 18 walks, and gave up 1 home run. An ERA of 6, but only a 158 batting average against. Yeah, it's no, it's not the same. It is full ABS. So the umpire actually has an earpiece, and there'll be in his earpiece, it'll say like strike, and it's a woman's voice. And so an English woman will say strike, and then there's a voice that says bol, which is Konglish or Korean for ball, and that's a guy's voice. So it's I would say it's got to be impossible to not hear the difference. But so yeah, the umpires in KBO do not call balls and strikes. It is a full ABS system. The computers do everything. And the 0-1 pitch, that's in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-2. So Sauer may be familiar with it as it they kind of adopted the same system that AAA had a couple years ago. And the 0-2 misses outside. A ball one, 1-2. Runners on first and second. Lee Jung Hoon over at second. Hog Young Min over at first. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened, Kiwi? And the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Underhand toss, steps on the bag, and the 4-6 putouts leaves 2 on. They've left 7 on. Ham Duck gets in and gets done. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-2. KT. No problem. Just any question. I know obviously you could probably ask your nephew, but yeah, any questions you have about the league, let me know. I've been to every stadium. I've been to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games. Uh, so I would like to think that I'd be able to answer just about any question that you would have. All right. Bunch of surprise. Yeah. Lotte up 3-0. That's one of the big surprises. The two teams I would have taken was Kia and LG. Uh, but obviously that was a mistake. All right, we're gonna have the 8-9 hitters, 8-9-1 hitters coming up for LG. Sauer still out there on the mound, 58 pitches, and the first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So 27 pitches in that first inning. He loaded the bases, got out of it. So 7 pitches in the second inning, where he went 1-2-3. As the 0-1 pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-2. Then 24 pitches last inning, where he once again ended up with the bases loaded, gave up 1 run on an RBI that probably should have been caught by the left fielder, and then a sacrifice fly gave up the second RBI. As the 0-2 is off the handle, that's going to be into right field. The right fielder calls off the second baseman, and that's 1 away. 3rd out in a row for Han Hyun Mi. Did Kium send him? Kiwi, was it Hanwha's all-star third base coach, or was it Kium's little league third base coach? All right, Park Min, first pitch, he's lining that to center fielder, give and chase, and is able to track it down. And that will be 2 away. 2 straight flyouts for Park Min to the center fielder, and a quick 2 outs. Apparently, Sar loves some even numbers. Again, second inning, 7 pitches, 1-2-3. Here now in the 4th inning, he's got the first 2 outs with only throwing 4 pitches. It's in there for a strike on the inside corner. Yeah, and it's 0-1 to Hong Chang-gi. Hong Chang-gi been on base both times. The part of that's a right fielder, 0 for 0 with five times on base. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch. Beautiful pitch, just froze him there, and it's 0-2. Hong Chang-gi. Yeah, and the 0-2 pitch sets up high. Misses inside. 1-2. Is it still 3-1 in Daejeon, or is it 3-2 now? Yeah, John Gee calls time. 65 pitches for Sauer. Yeah, another 1-2 misses low. Question 277721. Is it sour, like something that, pierces your lips, or is it sour, like, or Sawyer, like Tom Sawyer? As the 2-2 is into the dirt, runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for LG. 5-3 Keom, 4-3. Oh, I was very worried about Keom pulling off today's game. The 3-2 pitch, that's low, ball 4, and he's walked him. Right fielder is on base for 6th time today, but yet have no hits. That's unbelievable. Like, I don't even know how that possibly happens. Sour. There we go. That's misses low and inside. Want to know? Thank you. Because oftentimes, so I read the Korean name, and the Korean name is Saua, which doesn't make any sense. Obviously, it's has to be Sawyer or Sour. That's swing and a miss there, 1-1. Oftentimes, I know this is weird, the fact that I'm an American, but I can't read English names anymore. But I often don't know how to pronounce a lot of the foreign pitchers or the foreign players' names. That's the 1-1. Catches the inside corner, and it's a 1-2. Yeah, and the 1-2 way, way outside, and that'll be a stolen base for Hong Chang-gi. Almost looked like a pitch out. The pitch was so wide. And that's going to be slapped to left field. Hillard under it, and makes the catch. That will be 3 away. They leave another one. They've left 6. Sawyer making himself well known by the fans as we go to the 5th inning. It's a 7-2. KT will have the 9-1-2 coming up in the 5th inning. All right, so we're back. Top of the fifth inning here. Egon Mean leads things off. 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single. All right, the 1-0 pitch popped him up. Center fielder under it, and 1 away. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. No, Chewan Jun 0 for 1 on the day, walked in his last at bat, 0 for 3. That is ripped, and that's going to be a single, a 1-out single to right field. 12th hit of the day for KT. And the 0-1. Sorry, answering a couple questions there. There we go. Kim Yun-soo 0 for 3 on the day. Flew out to center, a 6-3 ground out, and a fly out to right. That's misses outside, though, and it's 1-0. Yeah, that misses low. 2-1. Kim Yun-soo, a fly out to center, a 6-3 ground out, and a fly out to rights. Up all three at times in the first 3 innings. Yeah, another 2-1. That misses. No, catches the bottom of the zone. 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch just sets up on the outside, way outside. And he doesn't chase. That runs the count full. First full count of the day for KT, actually. Yeah, no, that's it. A full count chance going on in Jamshil. You can hear the KT fans a little bit in the background. And the 3-2 pitch slaps that one to left field. Moon Sung-ju will make the catch on the line, and that's 2 away. Kim Yun-soo was struggling in his KT Wiz debut, as he is now 0 for 4. right, Anyan Min steps in, but looks at ball one way outside. And walked and scored a run in his first at bat, walked and was left on the bases in his second at bat, and then walked and scored a run, or was hit by a pitch and scored a run just last inning. He led off the inning with a hit by pitch and then came around to score. Yes, here comes the 1-0 pitch. That is fouled away, 1-1. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch, or 1-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Little head shake from Hamduk 2. Sets up on the inside. He got him picked off, and he is out. That will end the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's a 7-2. Lefty pickoff move gets him. And base runners in the KBO are, how do you say this? Not very good. Now, Anyan Min will lead the inning off once he comes back up next inning. Coming up for LG at the bottom of the fifth will be the 3-4-5 hitters. Austin, Dean, Moonbo Young, and Pak Dong-wan, all three of them have the 3 hits for LG. Will they be able to add a couple runs and make this a game for the second half? I am not a fan of this new setup. It is not auto update. A couple blanks around the league again. KT is up 5-0. Doosan's down 3-0, and Lotte's up 3-0. Kielm has come back and they've taken the lead 4-3 against Hanwha. Sauer back out on the mound. Austin Dean will greet him. A fly out to left in his first at bat. A single and a run scored in his second at bat. And misses inside, 1-0. Sauer just struggles in these odd numbered innings. Again, first inning 27 pitches, second inning 7. As that one is sounded like he broke his bat, but that's going to be a leadoff single from Austin as they look at the new baby. This is his second hit of the day, second straight hit, and that'll bring up a Moonbo Young. 100 up. Yeah, so in the KBO, they expect the foreign pitchers to throw 100 pitches, but a lot of them will come out at about 95. That's in there for a strike, and it's on 1. So if you look at the screen where it has its pitch counts, it usually turns red once they get to 100, because that's like the caution in the KBO. But Moonbo Young 1 for 1, a walk in the first, a single in the second and the third, and that's going to be a rolled over to the second baseman, underhand toss to the shortstop, throws to first, and that was a quick 4-6-3 double play at 2 outs now, and that brings up a Pak Dong-wan. Brand new middle infielders. Second baseman Yu Hyun In and shortstop Lee Gong Min. Lee Gong Min again, couple hits today. A big day so far. Yeah, second round of the draft. That's just misses low, ball one. 78 pitches now for Sauer. It wouldn't be a real game if you didn't show the kids, right? That's in there for a strike, right down the middle. It's 1-1. Yeah, another 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A beautiful breaking ball there. He was way, way out in front of it. Yeah, and the 1-2 pitch. 80 pitches now. Way up high though. 2-2. Have to wonder again. Starting this season off, will if he's able to get out of it here while still in the 80s, or will they bring him out for the 60s or for the sixth inning? Again, the KBO is a little different. I'll explain it in a little bit, but the 2-2 is ripped foul. So those of you that don't know, the KBO has a fifth inning stretch. So at the end of the fifth inning, you are done. A lot of pitchers are done after the fifth inning. They don't have the seventh inning stretch in between the top of the seventh and the bottom of the seventh, like they do in the MLB. As that is turned on, that is lifted. Hilliard going to the warning track, but goodbye baseball. Park Dong-hwan adds to LG with a solo shot, his second RBI of the day. A RBI single, a walk, and now a solo shot, as that's double play is turning out to be huge. As it is now 7-3. That misses outside. Ball one to Moon Sung-ju. I think that answers our question. That is probably going to be his last inning. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses low, 2-0. Sawyer did have some struggles in the spring. He did give up 2 home runs in the spring, as that one's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch fouls that one away. 2-2. 87 pitches now. And the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, sets up at the waist. Misses. Oh, just catches the outside corner. And that is an ABS zone strikeout. I will be back in just a few, as it's time to take a little break. See you in a couple minutes. All right, so we are coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Han Hyun-min will lead things off. I assume we're going to have a new pitcher here. I haven't seen who it is yet, though. Han Hyun-min will lead things off. See if I can see who's pitching now. All right, so Kim Young-woo will step out on the mound. No, Kim Young-woo, 66 games, 60 innings, 3 and 2, 7 holds, 1 save. That is lifted to center field. Going. Park Min, and off the top of the wall, Han Hyun-min is rounding second base. He is going to head into third. Park Min is on the ground out in our center field, holding his shoulder as it just missed a home run. He is on base with a leadoff triple, the first time that any of the right fielders have been on base without a walk. Just missed. As Park Min jumped at the wall. I don't know if it. Nope, just fell underneath. It hit the. I want to call it the gardening covers. That's what I feel like it is. If you've ever had a garden, the black piping, the plastic piping, is what it hits. As Hilliard will now step in. They're replaying it. Park Min is staying out there. Stand-up triple. Got a new chair, but it keeps falling down on me. I think it's my chair's trying to tell me I'm too fat. Actually, I know that's exactly what the chair is telling me. All right, Hilliard rips that one a foul, though, and it's 0-1. Chance for him to get an RBI, his first RBI of his KBO career. And the 0-1 pitch sets up at the knees, misses low, 1-1. 2 for 3 on the day, an RBI single or single and a run scored in the first inning, and then another single in the second inning, and a 4-3 groundouts in the fourth. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is a foul away out of play, and it's a 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That is going to be a liner right to Moon Sung-ju, who makes the catch, but Han Hyun-min is going to tag up, and that will be the first RBI for Hilliard. And KT moves up 8-3. Productive outs. Brings up Yu Hyun-in, who was 1 for 3 on the day. RBI single in his first at-bats. A first RBI, which put them ahead. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. His RBI would go down as the game winner. Also scored a run and lined out to center field where Hilliard was doubled up over at first base, and that is slapped right through the left side. And another hit for KT as they've got another base runner on. More singles, more singles. Brings up Lee Jung-hoon. Lee Jung-hoon, 2 for 3 with 2 RBI singles and a run scored. Also popped up to the third baseman back in the third inning. Swing and a miss, and Jang Sung-woo is pinch hitting here. I don't know why. The KT's manager loves this guy. He's got to have something on him because he is just not productive. 247 last year from behind the plate. He's pinch hitting here for your DH, who is 2 for 3. Why have a DH if it just doesn't make sense? Unless, obviously, of course, if there's an injury, that does start to make sense. But all right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch up high, 1-2. And that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle. And he's got himself a single. And it looks like the pinch hit was a fantastic choice. I still wouldn't do it. Now you got runners on first and second for Hog Young Min, who's 3 for 3 on the day. "15 hits for KT," as that is in the dirts. Just single, 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 single. All day long. 3 for 3. RBI single and a run scored in the first inning, a single in the third, and a single in the fourth. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch just sets up right down the middle, and that misses way low. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch misses up and in, and it's 3-1. And the 3-1, he turns on it, but lifts it too much. Moon Sung-ju headed back in front of the warning track and makes the catch, as he is going to tag up and head to third. You got me in very heads up tag. Sorry, I got the old hiccups. But that'll make it to 2 outs now. Brings up a Han Sung-taek. Han Sung-taek, RBI single, and that's a big first inning. A strikeout in the third, and a 4-6 ground out in the fourth. Again, both teams with 1 strikeouts. 1. As here we go. That misses way up high, though, and it's ball 1. I need to do something for this chair. It's so comfortable, but I just like end up falling and falling and falling and falling. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He was way out in front of that. And it's 1-1. It's 5-0 Lotte. That is not the start. The, I think most people picked LG and Samsung to be leading the league at the end of the season, as that is in the dirt at 2-1. Both of them are losing by 5 runs today. And here we go, the 2-1 pitch. Runner over at third, Yu Hyun-in. And that is turned on, that is lifted up, but it's under it's too much. Moon Sung-ju under it, and that will be 3 away. But they get another one on the leadoff triple and the sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-3 KT. 15 hits, 13 of them singles. You had the one double and the one triple. Everything else has just been the singles. They've left another 2 on. They've left 9 runners on base already today. It's my life now and then. We'll see if Sauer comes back out. I don't think he will. I don't think there's any point in bringing him back out. 88 pitches, only 15 pitches last inning. "39 balls, 49 strikes. 5 hits he's given up, a 1 home run, 5 walks though, only 1 strikeouts. So we'll see if he comes back out. I'm updating, but this new app is not. Oh, yep, that'll be it for him. Jung Ju will come out now for KT. Sauer is done. He is in line for the win. As Jung Ju, 21 games, 13.2 innings, 1 loss, and 4 holds last year. As I will get that changed. Jung Ju. And the first pitch is so low that the catcher's not able to catch it, and it bounces way away. Ojiwan leads things off. 0 for 2 on the day for the shortstop. A 6-3 ground out to lead off the second inning, and a fly out to right field to end the third inning. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Oops, wrong side. Those of you that are watching the game on Soup with me, the reason why I talk a lot more than a normal broadcast is a 1-1 is because I have another one that they link together that goes to YouTube, and those people can't watch the game. So that's why I do a more radio style broadcast. The 1-2 pitch is lifted up. Right fielder coming in, the second baseman going out. Second baseman Yu Hyun-in will make the catch, and that's 1 away. The in Korea you can't watch Soup. You can't watch the game because of geo blocking. And so for those foreign fans that are in Korea, I have a YouTube channel that does radio style that they can sync up with whether they're watching on TV or wherever they're watching. Is that one misses low, ball 1-0. Gubon Hyuk 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center field in his first at bat in the second inning. Flew out to right in his second at bat. Chops that one foul, and it's a 1-1. Yeah, and the 1-1 pitch, way inside, down by the feet. He had to jump out of the way so he didn't get himself a free stitch tattoo. And the 2-1 pitch, that is going to be lifted to right field. On Hyun-min giving chase, slides into foul territory, but it gets out of play, and it's 2-2. Bum, dun, dun. And the 2-2 pitch off of the hands, that's going to be under the second baseman, just out into the grass, and that's 2 away. 2 pop-ups to the second baseman, and the 2 away is number 9 hitter. Pak Min steps in. Again, Pak Min is the center fielder that was down holding his shoulder in after the An Hyun-min triple. Very well played, Stefan. Very well played. That's misses down and in. I know. And the 1-0 right down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-1. Han Sung-hyuk warming up in the KT bullpen. He was the pitcher that KT took whenever Hanwha signed Kang Bae-ko in the offseason. That's we'll have a little pause here. The reason why I would never take Hanwha is because they are awful on opening day. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. Last year, that the big come from behind victory against KT was their first opening day win since COVID. That's the 1-2 pitch, sets up on the outside, and check swing, but it's fouled away. The COVID, the game that's a lot of people that may be watching actually, where they learned about the KBO. This is Cinco de Mayo, or Children's Day, opening day victory, a complete game shutout by old Warwick Suppold in Incheon. A swing and a miss there, and that is the third strikeout of the day total. As we head to the 7th inning, it's 8-3 KT. At 1-2-3 inning. That's the second time that they have gone 1-2-3. Sauer is going to be in line for the win. 5 innings, 88 pitches, 39 balls, 49 for strikes. 5 hits, 1 home run given up, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. So that 1 strikeout was to end his day. And that was the looking strikeout against Moon Sung-ju that would not have been a strike if it wasn't for the ABS system. And then gave up the 3 runs. They were all earned. Chirinos not have a good day. 1 inning, 36 pitches, but 6 hits given up, a walk, and 6 runs, all of them earned. Again, he started out fine. 2 quick outs, a 6-3 ground out, and a fly outs, but then a walk, a single, a RBI single, an RBI single, an RBI single, an RBI single, and a 2 RBI double puts KT up 6-0, and that was all he pitched after he got Chaewon Jun to ground back out to him. So LG will have The top of their lineup coming up whenever they come up would be the 9-1-2 hitters for KT to start the 7th inning. As Baek Sung Hyun, 33 games last year, 30 innings, will take over on the mound. And his first pitch is, like most of them, a ball. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure if you go to go to YouTube, you can vote for KT games, as that is filed away. And it's now 1-1. He's got to get himself some spray pine tar. Lee Kong Min, 2 for 3 on the day, a 2 RBI double, a single in the 3rd inning, and then flew out to center field in his second at bat, or his third at bats. Been up in each of the odd numbered innings. Swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes, and it's a 1-2. And the 1-2, he tried to go back up to that pitch that was over his eyes, but he didn't chase it this time. And the 2-2 is off the end of the bats, but rolls foul, stays 2-2. Well, Stefan, that's what you said. You sent the message saying that that's exactly what you were going to say. And the 2-2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball right up the middle. A diving stop by the shortstop is not going to get it, and he is on base for the 3rd time today. Another hits from the number 9 spot as he quickly puts his name in the hat for Rookie of the Year. 3 for 4 in his debut. What's the score? All right, now runner on first base flips the lineup back over. Chaewon Jun fouls that one away. 0-1. Oh, this is Kium though, right? Yeah. Yeah, right. The 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and that misses way up. Man, it's 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and swing and a miss there as he was just in front of it. Yeah, and it's 1-2. And missed with the pitch. Well, you're welcome to come be a KT fan. You know, you at least get cool uniforms. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and that strikes him out. Second strikeout of the day for the KT Wiz. Brings up Kim Hyun Soo, still looking for his first official KT hit. And the ball gets past him, and he's going to head on over to second base. I didn't see where the ball went, actually, because, as usual, the broadcast was doing other stuff. As the old 55-footer just didn't quite get him swinging. He is headed over to second base on the pass ball, or the wild pitch, I should say. Well, Kiwi, if you'd like, Han Sung-hyuk is about to come in for KT. As the 1-0 pitch misses inside, misses low, and that's a 2-0. Those of you in the soup chats, please make sure that you I don't even know what it's called, a follow or favorites. Also, if you can hit the, I believe it's an up button, as that's going to be a ground ball through the right side as Kim Hyun-soo comes up with his first hit. He's going to come on home, and he is going to slide in. Kim Hyun-soo is going to head to second on the throw. And an RBI single from Kim Hyun-soo is first with the KT Wiz as Lee Kang-min comes on in to score. And now it's 9-3. RBI single goes to second on the throw. This game is as much over as the Hanwha game that they keep complaining about. An Hyun-min steps in, looks at the ball one a little high there. An Hyun-min 1 for 1 on the day. Walked and scored a run in his first at-bat. Walked in his second at-bat. Hit by a pitch and scored a run in his third at-bats. And a triple with a run scored in his fourth at-bats. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. I don't think it really matters, Kiwi. 17 hits for KT Wiz. And this is the 1-1 pitch. Just gets his stitch on the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. I was hoping for a much better game than this today. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he gets him on the high fastball up at the top of the zone for 2 outs. First time he has been put away today. All right, that brings up Hilliard. Hilliard looks at the ball one up high. 1-0. Hilliard having himself a nice little debut also. 2 for 3 with a single and run scored in the first, a single in the second, 4-3 ground out in the third, or the fourth, that actually ended up allowing a run to be scored. And then a sacrifice fly in his last at-bat, just last inning, to score An Hyun-min. So 2 for 3 with a run scored and a sacrifice in his official KBO debut. And here we go. The 2-0 pitch sets up down at the outside, and he turns on that one and lifts it. And goodbye, baseball. That was crushed. And somebody make it stop. Three hits. Wow. That was absolutely crush. All right, so that brings up Yu Hyunin. That misses up high, ball one. Everybody on this team has a hit today. Everybody in the starting lineup after the Kim Hyun-soo single. And on the 1-0 pitch is popped foul out of play, and it's 1-1. Oh my God! Just put it in a lefty's wheelhouse, there, guy. A fastball forgot the fast part. All right, that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman scoops it up, steps on the bag, and that's will be 3 away. But not before they get another 3 runs. As KT has opened up the gates, it's 11-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. This game been over for an hour. 18 hits from a team that did not look good offensively in the spring. Mm-hmm. Man, what an absolute beating. I believe Han Sung-hyuk is going to come in. Jun Jinu. Welcome, Kenny, by the way. Yeah, Kiwi, I would say 100% he did 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Not a bad debut. Not a bad debut. Absolute crushing of LG. And them and Kia were the 2 teams that I would have picked. Batting 1,000 doesn't help. How's how's the newest addition for Hanwha doing? All right, so we're back. Bottom of the 7th inning. The Jang Sung-woo leading things off. Oh, wrong side. Hong Chang-gi leading things off. Oh, they'll have the last time for them to have the top of the lineup. Get yourself a Krabby Patty. All right, Hong Chang-gi looks at this strike 1. Han Sung-hyuk out there on the mound. And the 0-1, a swing and a miss. 0-2. Home again, Han Sung-hyuk, last year, 71 games, 64 innings, 3 wins, 3 losses, 16 holds, 3 saves at a 2.25 ERA. Played for Hanwha last year. Hanwha left him available in the Rule 5 draft. It's kind of this weird, a beautiful breaking ball catches him looking. That's Hong Chang-gi striking out. That is not a regular occurrence, ladies and gentlemen, as Han Sung-hyuk gets the first outs on 3 pitches. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. We have an amazing opportunity to witness something that rarely ever happens in the KBO. All right. Bounces it to Shin-min Jae, and that ruins the immaculate inning. John Jin-hyuk into left field now. Hilliard out. Another 1-0. Nope. He'll step off the back of the mound. Get the lineup changed. John Jin Hyuk moving into the cleanup spots, exactly where he's supposed to be. An Sung Hyuk and the umpire having a little a powwow, a chitty chatty. Tomorrow is Kia versus SSG. The home plate umpire is letting everybody know that he is in charge. Whether you like it or not, he's running things. As a ground ball up the middle, shortstop right behind the bag grabs it, throws over, and quickly 2 away. Shinmin J 0 for the day. Quick 2 outs from Han Sung Hyuk, and that brings up Austin Dean. Have to think that if Austin Dean doesn't get a hit here, if Hanwha or LG doesn't get a few runs here, that his day is probably done. Down 8 with just 6 outs remaining. He is 2 for 3 on the day with a couple singles and a fly out to left. Yeah, and the 2-3 pitch in the dirt. 1-0. Did he hit a homer? Yeah, and the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Misses outside. 2-0. 2-0 catches the top of the zone at 2-1. And way outside, 3-1. RBI single. Here we go. The 3-1 pitch sets up on the outside. And he goes that way with it. A right-handed batter sending it into right field with his third single of the day. Is Austin Dean 3 for 4 in his 2026 debut, ladies and gentlemen. He'll hang out over there on first base. Moonbo Gyung will step in. Is again, they've got to get some runs. The top of this lineup, the 3, 4, 5 hitters are doing their job. There's nothing about it. They're 100% doing their job. They have 6 hits between the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. The rest of the team, 0. Moonbo Gyung looks at strike 1 that catches the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Moon Bo Gyung, 1 for 3 on the day, or 1 for 2 on the day. That misses way outside. 1-1. A single back in the second, a walk in the first, but a 4-6-3 double play back in the fifth, and that turned out to be a big one. As Pak Dong-won hit the home run right behind him. That is through the right side underneath the glove of the diving first baseman. Austin Dean is going to round over to third base. They're going to wave him home. And Moonbo Gyung is going to have himself an RBI double. And LG not quite done for the day. As Austin Dean shows the wheels, ladies and gentlemen, goes first to home on the double. Did he hit it? Did he hit into another double play? Park Dong-hwan will step in now. Solo shot in his last at bat. First pitch is fouled away though, and it's 0-1. Austin Dean showing the absolute wheels. Not a good throw from the right fielder. Easily came home. And the 1-1 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, 0-2. Mr. Full Swing living up to his nickname here. Moonbo Gyung is sitting at second base. Need a big shot here from Bak Dong-hwan to make this game interesting. And the 0-2 rolls over. An Olay by the third baseman. And they're sending him home. He is moving like a tank, but he is sliding in. And just like that, another RBI from Park Dong-hwan scores Moonbo Gyung from second base. He was moving like he has never actually ran before in his entire life. But it was just fast enough to score. And Park Dong-hwan, another RBI. That's his third RBI of the day. His third hits. He's been on base all 4 times. And Moon Sung-ju now will step in. Is Han Sung-hyuk doing his best Hanwha bullpen impersonation. That's just catches a stitch on the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1 to Moon Sung-ju. Moon Sung-ju 0 for 3 on the day, or 0 for 2, sorry. Fly out to left in his first at bat, a sacrifice fly to right, and then a strikeout looking. And that is way up and out of the zone, 1-1. I say, Kiwi, the 3, 4, 5 hitters have all the hits for LG. As the 1-1 misses way low, 2-1. Han Sung-hyuk with a quick 1-2, but now running into the buzzsaw that is the LG offense. The 2-1 pitch. What can he do? Is sets up. That is ripped, and that's going to be another single. Park Dong-hwan looking at the ball instead of his coach, and he is going to be standing on second base. Back-to-back singles, 4 straight hits, has now made this a slightly interesting game, ladies and gentlemen, as Han Sung-hyuk, 20 pitches. As the amount of times I've seen him pitch and he gets to 20 pitches, it just falls apart. 20 to 22 pitches, and it is not a pretty sight from him. OG Wan will greet him if he's still in there. OG Wan without a hit on the day. Nope, we'll have ourselves a pitching change. Han Sung-hyuk not able to finish the inning, as now we've got ourselves a very interesting game. See who's coming in. Little updates. Because he hit like a 120 in the season. Is coming out onto the mound. Skimoto. Skimoto will take over for Han Sung-hyuk. First look at the Asian quota. This year, again, one of the number 1 rule change I would have to say is the Asian quota. Teams are allowed to have one player from the Asia Federation in Australia. They had to have played last year in either the Asian leagues or in the Australian leagues. They're allowed a $200,000 contract for the year. They're allowed to change them 1 time per season. So EJ Wan pinch hitting here for OG Wan. And a swing and a miss there. Last year in the futures, he had 329 with 26 homers. And in the spring, he did not hit well. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch. Lays off of that, so that's something he was definitely not laying off of earlier. Big Boy is his nickname. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Lays off it. Did he go around? No, he did not. Oops, wrong side. Spring training lights too bright, huh? Yeah. Got an inflated ego maybe from the Korean team appointments, as he says he goes around at 2-2. I don't think he did. Oh, he did? I'm going to have to get something that keeps this chair from falling down. We'll look at the Korean cheerleaders for those of you that enjoy. And the 2-2 pitch misses low, runs the count full, 3-2. Did he give up 43 because Jung Eun-won is supposed to be coming back? And the 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle. Swing and a miss as he falls down on the ground. That's why he's not in the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 11-5 KT. Leave another 2 on. They've left 8 on so far. All right, so KT, we have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. We'll see. I imagine EJ Wan will be coming out. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Ah, that's why. One, you always need Osun Jin in the game. All right, Ukong Un takes over on the mound. First pitch is a nasty looking swing. Why did they give him a ball? He swung. I don't think that's right. He 100% swung on that pitch. It should be 0-2. The scoreboard says 1-2. That misses outside. It 100% should be 1-2. He swung at that pitch. And the 1-2 swing and a miss. That's what I thought. As I have proven myself correct once again, that is one away. Brings up a Hog Young Mean. Jung Woo Ju getting pumped again. That's in there for a strike to Hog Young Mean. Hog Young Mean having himself a day too. 3 for 4 on the day with the RBI single, a single, and a fly out to left. And the 0-1 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 152 on the gun. Side armor throwing 152. Reminds me of another, not necessarily side armor, but it's a pretty close. And the 0-2 rolls over, shortstop grabs it, throws across, and 2 away. Gubonyak is over to shorts. I don't know who's at third right now, though. And the updated app is absolutely awful. So it looks like Lee Ju-hyun takes over behind the plate to Pak Dong-won as runs in on him. And that's 0-1. So he'll get some spray tar. So Gubon Hyuk moves over to shorts. And this new app is not good. Lee Ju-hyun takes over, but goes behind the plate. And 1-1 now. So that means Pak Dong-won came out, but I don't know who went over there. I'm going to guess it's Lee Young-bin as the foul brings it to 1-2. Yeah, now the 1-2 pitch catches him looking, a 1-2-3 inning. And that will take us to the bottom of the 8th, 11-5. Still trying to figure out who's playing third base. The app is not updated. Yeah. Like I've said for years, that's what he does. Throws all the money he can at it. The chairman, the guy that's kind of oversees Hanwha, that is the huge Hanwha fan, has no clue what anybody's doing, so he can't critique anybody. So Chun Sung Ho is over at third base. Oh, that's English. Following the exact same pattern that I talked about a couple years ago. Bring in a legend. That legend immediately wants to spend a bunch of money on free agents. He can't build a team. He can't coach a team. He just wants to spend a bunch of money on free agents. We're back at bottom of the eighth inning. We just missed the first pitch there, but it is a ball. Skimoto's still out there. Ubon Hyuk leading things off for LG. 0 for 3 on the day. And an ugly looking swing there. And it's 1-1. Flew out to center, flew out to right, and then popped up to the second baseman in his next at bat. Batted once in the second, once in the fourth, once in the sixth, and now here in the eighth. That's way outside. 2-1. Elsewhere around the league, the only game that's close is the Kia game. The 2-1 misses low. Yes, the Kiuma Hanwha game, bottom of the eighth there, 7-4. Lotte's up 6-1 in that game. Doosan's down 6-0 against NC. And then Kia's up 5-3 against SSG. As the 3-1 check swing fouled away, would have been ball 4. They are in, looks like the ninth inning, top of the ninth. And the 3-2 pitch. Full counts. Misses up high, and he walks it. First time he has been on base. And it is the leadoff walk for righty, Skimoto. Came in, was able to get the strikeout to E.J. Wan. Kubonyuk heading over to first base, going to hang out with his old buddy Kim Yun-soo. Park Min steps in now. And that's outside, ball 1. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Misses outside, low. 2-0. I have to feel that these Asian quota pitchers, again, most of them are pitchers except for Kia. Kia did take a shortstop. I have to feel that most of them are going to be taken. They're not going to last. As the 2-0 is fouled away, 2-1. I have to feel that they're going to be pushed hard to pitch a lot, and then if they get, a couple months in and they're not exactly how they were wanting, they're going to be quick to throw them away and bring in another guy because at 200,000, they're not really. I would say they're not expensive to waste. It's not a waste of money to bring in somebody else that might be better. So I think the Asian quota guys will be the first ones to be sent on their way this season. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up, bounces up and down, sits up right down the middle, misses way outside, runs the count full. Another 3-2 counts. He has had 3 3-2 counts in the 3 batters that he has faced. And the 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle. He rolls it over, but it's a foul. You guys, Hanwha needs some Aussies, and then Kiwi can just pretend he's Australian, and no one will know. And he can just say that he's his brother or something. All right. Once again, the 3-2 counts. So that's up right down the middle, and that is going to be slapped through the hole on the left side. And another hit from LG, and they are not gone yet, ladies and gentlemen. Flips the lineup back over. First and seconds, nobody outs. Down by 6. Perfect time to bunt. Down 6, first and second, nobody outs. It's time to bunt. LG's manager is the type of guy that would bunt, but having a mound visit first. But not replacing him. He's got to. Steven, Kiwi would 100% stoop to that low if it meant getting free tickets. 100%. We both know that. And in there for a strike, ladies and gentlemen. He threw a strike. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Hong Chang-gi, leadoff batter for LG. Hong Chang-gi, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out looking in his last at bats. He led off the 7th inning, coming up here in the 8th inning. Other than that, 3 walks. And a swing and a miss there. 1-1. 0-2, sorry. Warming up in the bullpen. Woo Min and Son Dong-hyun. Son Dong-hyun, a huge season last year out of the bullpen. Woo Min has been in that bullpen forever. I believe he's still wearing the pants that he originally got because they are way too tight. Is the 0-2. That's going to be a liner to right field. It's going to drop in front of An Hyun Min. And Gu Won Hyuk is going to run over to third base. They've got the bases loaded with nobody out. You gotta bring. You got. I mean, how do you not take this guy out of the game at this point? He is still out there. 23 pitches. Here we go. The 0-1 pitch. The Shin-Min Jae 0 for 4 on the day. And that is gonna be a single over the shortstop. 1 run is gonna come in, and that's an RBI single, and this team is not over. They keep the bases loaded to move everybody up 1. That brings up Austin Dean. This team is, again, their offense is just too good. I still can't believe they didn't have him out. They didn't take him out after that last single. They've got to take him out at this point, right? There we go. That'll be it for him. We'll have ourselves a pitching change. This game is getting interesting, boys and girls. All the other games are finishing up. That app is awful. Do you guys have the same problem with that app? The new app? It's just so slow. NC is the final. They win 6-0 against Doosan. Kia is still up 5-3 against SSG. Lotte's up 6-1 against Samsung. The away teams are having themselves a day, except for the NC Dinos. Yeah, but now it's like Ruda or something like that. Min steps in, takes over on the mound. 53 games last year, 44 points, 1 innings. All right, here we go. Right-hander on the mound, facing Austin Dean. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's down 5 runs in your opening day game after winning the Korean Series last year. Austin Dean, 3 for 4 with a flyout to left in his first at bat, a single and a run scored in his seconds, a single in his third at bat, and a single and a run scored in his fourth at bats. Important to remember that they subbed out Pak Dong-won after last inning defensively, as that's going to be in there for a strike. Yeah, and it's 0-1. Austin Dean. Dean, Dean. Yeah. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Rolls it over. Third baseman bobbles it, grabs it, steps on the back, and then comes home. Bad base running, but he's able to get back to second or back to third. A ground ball to Hog Young Min. So I'm not entirely sure what just happened there. So a ground ball to Hog Young Min over at third base. He tried to touch the bag and then come home, but Pak Min, because he touched the bag and took away the force out, he ends up coming back to the bag, slides in, he's safe. And it'll be 1 out, but the bases are still loaded. So Hong Chang-gi will be gone. That will put Shin-min Jae over at second base. Shin-min Jae will be at second base. Austin Dean will be over at first base. 1 out for Moonbo Kyung. And that will be it for him. We'll have ourselves another pitching change. So Hog Young Min, bad base running, but even worse fielding there by KT as he touched the bag, force outs to get Hong Chang-gi over at third base, but he should have gone. Pak Min stopped. He should have been walking and running towards Pak Min, but instead he threw it all the way home to the catcher, who had to tag Pak Min. So Pak Min heads up running, stopped, and went back to third base. And absolutely horrible defensive choices there by Hog Young Min over at third base. Should have easily had 2 outs there. with just a runner on first and seconds, but now you've got a one out with a still have the bases loaded. You have a new pitcher coming in. Just really, really bad fundamentals. Basically, the story of the KBO. I haven't updated who is. I haven't even showed who's coming in. I assume it's Song Dong Hyun. Nope. Park Young Hyun comes out onto the mound. The closer coming in now, getting a 5-out save in the first game of the year of pure KBO fashion. Again, the three worst managers in the league. The three worst managers in the league: KT, LG, and Hanwha. Is Hanseng Tech also done? So Jong Sung Woo will take up behind the plate. Moonbo Young looks at ball one. So I have some changes in the lineup. Jong Sung Jong Sung Woo will head out of the DH spots. So he will come out there. Move behind the plate. Hansung Taek will come out. And the pitcher will move into his spot. And that's low, 2-1. And here we go. The 2-1 pitch misses outside, 3-1. Hanwha ties it up. Wow. Probably just barely squeaked over the wall, and Moondog Young aligns that one to right field. An Hyun Min will grab it. Park Min will come on in. Shin Min Jae moves over to second or third base. And LG will get themselves another run. Shin Min Jae tags up, moves over to third base. They've got two away now as that brings up Chun Sung Ho. Crazy games. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch to Chun Sung Ho. A swing and a miss there, and it's 1-1. 237 last year. He's probably studying. All right, the 1-2 catches the bottom of the zone. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. He was here earlier. He came at the very beginning. He's probably actually just watching the game now. This game is getting interesting. Are they going to leave the bases? Well, I guess the bases aren't loaded. But here we go. The 2-2 pitch in the dirts. Runs the count full, 3-2. Austin Dean will be running. Shinmin J over at third base. And you got the worst catcher in the league behind the plates because your third baseman played horribly. KT should be out of this inning, but they are not. So here we go with the 3-2 pitch, and that is in the dirts. And he walks him, walks the bases loaded. Walks the bases loaded for Moon Sung Ju, the pride of the Posturepedic. Bottom of the ninth, where are they at in the lineup? All right, bases loaded, tying run at the plate in Moon Sung Ju. He is not a home run hitter, but he fouls that one off, and it's 0-1. Absolute beautifulness of the KBO as the bullpens doing their bullpenish thing. Oh, 1 rolls that over, and it's 0-2. Moon Sung Ju, 1 for 3 on the day. Flew out to left in his first at bat, struck out looking at his third at bat, sacrifice fly to right field in between there, and then a single just last inning. As again, LG is almost batted around at this point. As the 0-2 misses inside. 1-2. Again, this is your closer. Coming in for a 5-out save. He's already thrown 14 pitches, trying to get out of this inning. Already thrown 14 pitches. He's going to be throwing 25 to 30 pitches. The 1-2 pitch misses outside at 2-2. Are they going to have a walk-off? Remember last time Peraza was in Korea, Im Jong-chan walked it off as the 2-2. He rolls over. The second baseman throws to first, and that will be 3 away. We go to the 9th inning as this game has gotten a little closer. 11-7 KT. Written, yeah, it's written somewhere. LG is now left 11 runners on base. They left the bases loaded in the first. They left the bases loaded in the 8th. They left 2 on in the 7th, 2 on in the second, in the 3rd. KT's left 9 on. Oh, wow. The good glasses. Oh, KT will have the bottom, or sorry, that's the LG. The KT will have the 9-1 2 hitters coming up as they try to get some runs back. Out on the mound, Pak Shiwan for LG. Last year, 2 games, 1.1 innings with a 13.5 ERA. All right, the first pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, and it's 0-1. Yegong Min, 3 for 4 on the day, a double and or 2 RBI double in his first at bat, a single, and then a single and a run scored in his third at bats. Flew out to center in his other at bat. Okay. Yeah, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. But nope, he's going to call for time. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch rolls over it to shortstop, grabs it, and the throw in time. 6-3 putouts, 1 away. Flips the lineup back over at Chaewon Jun. Yeah, Shimu Jun usually hits that squeaker just over the line, over the wall in left field. All right, so Chaewon Jun fouls that one away. 0-1. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Sorry, 1 for 4 on the day. 6-7 ground out and a 1-3, 6-3 and a 1-3 ground out back in the first. Now it's going to be lifted into center field. Pake Min on the run and makes the catch. 2 away. Brings up Kim Hyun Soo. Everybody blowing the leads. KBO bullpens doing the KBO bullpen things, guys. All right, Kim Hyun Soo. 1 for 5 on the day. Fouls that one away. Will he get out of play? Just out of the reach. Chun Sung Ho slides. RBI single and a run scored in his last at bat. Flew out to center in his first. His 6-3 ground out, a fly out to right, and then a line out to left. Second and third with 1 out. All right, the 0-1 pitch, way up high. 1-1. Yeah. 1-1. This is inside. Almost hit him. 2-1. Up high. All 3. Just can't throw strikes from the bullpen. Just like last year, Nail couldn't get a win despite having a 2.50 ERA. Here we go. The 3-1 pitch misses low. All 4. Will they pinch run here for him? Oops, wrong one. Brings up An Hyun Min, having himself a day. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, a triple, 3 runs scored. What did he do? All right, An Hyun Min. First pitch fouls that one away. He was going up with Big Daddy hacks. You got to make sure you let him know his place. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, An Hyun-min. This sets up just at the knees. This is low. An Hyun-min. It's just crazy to see up there. This is his sixth at bat of the day, but he's 1 for 2 because he was on base for the first 3 times without an official at bat. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch. Another big hack there. 1-2 as that gets foul. Park Shi-won, 13 pitches now as he comes in. All right, 1-2, and he hits him again. Second time he's been hit. Second time he has been hit today. Brings up John Jin Hyuk, Hanwha absolute legend. Hanwha absolute legend. Kim Hyun-soo will come out. Bae Jung-dae will take over at second base for him. And rolls over that one. Oh, and 1. The 0-1 pitch squats low, misses outside, 1-1. Runner on first. An Hyun-min, plenty of speed. Runner at second. Bae Jung-dae, also plenty of speed. Both those guys play some center field. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch way outside, and it gets away, and that moves the runners up 90 feet. Two and two with 2 on. 2 outs. Top of the 9th. There's Arpo. And the 2-2 pitch way up high. 3-2 runs the count full. Back to back. That's a fly out to left. They leave 2 more on. They've left 11 on. LG will come up to the bottom of the 9th. They need 4 runs before they get 3 outs. The 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for LG. Seven, 8, 9. Just, I love it. Everybody's just wailing right now. Every team is just absolutely flailing. He is up 6-5 in the bottom of the ninth. They've given up 2 so far. Samsung loses 6-3 to Lotte. Bottom of the ninth, Hanwha up, but in a tie game. Pak Young Hyun is still out there. Yi Ju Hun will lead things off. Oh Yoon Suk will take over. We'll go over to first base. Bae Jung Dae will move into center, the center fielder. Chaewon Jun will move over to right field. I will not, I'll change that if it matters. Right now, it doesn't matter, so I'm not going to bother. So here we go with the 0-1 pitch. That's going to round ball right to the shortstop. Throws over 2. 1 away. Oh, Gubon Hyuk steps in. Again, just so you guys know, Bae Jung Dae is in center field. Chaewon Jun is in right field. Han Hyun Min is out. He is replaced by who is now the first baseman. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Gubon Hyuk 0 for 3 on the day. A fly out to center, a fly out to right, and a pop fly to the second baseman. Did walk and scored a run as he led off last inning. And the 0-1 misses low, ball 1. 1-1. I thought, did you say who's hitting fifth? Who's hitting fifth for Hanwha? It's not Captain Silver Starfish. All right, the 1-2 pitch. LG down. Uh 1-2. That's a foul away. It's Captain Silver Starfish hitting in the 6th spot. How did and the 1-2 rolls over. It's a slow grounder. A beautiful play by the pitcher, who scoops it up on the run and steps on the bag. Who says pitchers aren't athletes, ladies and gentlemen? Who says pitchers aren't athletes? A squibbler goes foul, hooks into fair territory. First baseman plays an absolutely awful first base there. Luckily, the pitcher off the mound quick, trying to cover first. But the first baseman, Oh Yoon Suk, is naturally a second baseman, not a first baseman. Made an awful read on that ball, but didn't hurt him. Pak Min steps in, the final hope for LG. Yeah, it's where it's fielded. And the 1-0 pitch misses low. 2-0. Stefan, you need to go look at the Paul de Jong or Paul de Jong single. The 2-0 pitch misses low, 3-0. SSG walked it off. Wow. And the 3-0 misses up high, ball 4. I was like, what is going on here? Pak Min over at first base. He wasn't going. Yeah, there's so much, we'll call it English on the ball. Oh, Pac Mean on base. It flips to the all right. Hong Chang Yi has been on base 4 times today, 1 for 2. That's in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Did he just walk it off? As the 0-1 pitch swing fouls it into the glove, not catching it. And it's 0-2. Ah, wow, that's surprising. His defense is not exactly very good. 29 pitches. I said he was going to throw 30. I told you he was going to throw 30, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch. This is up high, 1-2. One, two, slaps it foul. Stays 1-2. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And off the hands, but fouls it away. Stays 1-2. 32 pitches now for Park Young Hyun. Obviously, he's not going to be available tomorrow. And the 1-2. Another foul. Another ball out of play. Just keep running it out there. Hong Chang-gi again does not strike out much. LG is looks like they've pretty much given up. And the 1-2 pitch. Nope. Well, waits. Try it again. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the top of the zone. That will end the game as LG falls in their championship defense. We oh, I mean, KT came out big early. They were able to do exactly what they needed to early. Again, that first inning, Chirinos out on the mound got 2 quick outs with a 6-3 ground out and then a fly out to center field. But he walked on Hyun-min, single to Highland, RBI single to Yu Hyun-in, RBI single to Lee Jung-hoon, an RBI single to Hog Young-min, an RBI single to Han Sung-taek, and a 2 RBI double to Lee Gang-min, the rookie. Then later on, they were able to add another crooked number in the 7th inning when leadoff single by Lee Gang-min again. A strikeout by Chae Won-jun, RBI single by Kim Hyun-soo, his first of his KT career. He was the last KT starter to get a hit, but then a 2-run shot by Highland ended up putting them up 11 to 3 at the time. LG added a couple late innings scores to make it a respectable game. But overall, KT just dominated early. LG playing from behind way too much at the end. The big difference, they both left 11 runners on base. It's just that KT had 18 hits. Again, they only had two that were not extra base hits. They only had two that were not extra base hits. Uh, that was the double, the first inning, 2 RBI double by Lee Min, and then the triple by An Hyun Min. Those were the only two non-singles that KT even had. So the fact that KT was able to just chip away, chip away, chip away, chip away, chip away, really says something about kind of their approach to the day. Uh, some of the runs that LG scored, again, the Highland big misplay in left field, poorly played in left field. Then you also had the Hog Young Min absolute defuddlements or befuddlements over at to third base that allowed them to score another run a little bit later. So KT, they got the win. Sauer was, not, I wouldn't say great at all. If you were to ask him, he would definitely say it was not great, but he did enough to get it done. And that's the main thing. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will try again. I'm trying to get the soup and the YouTube chats to intermix together so that I'm not having two separate conversations. So that if you're watching, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, what I'm answering. But those of you that tuned into YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like the stream. Those of you that are in the soup chats, I will be back tomorrow. Please make sure that you I don't even know what the words are for I think you favorite it and you give it up, a little thumbs up or an up. Both of those things help my stream in order to branch out, because I have to obviously build this stream from where it's at today. So thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow I will be back. Kia versus SSG. Hopefully it's a good game like it was today. I would love to be able to stream a game that isn't absolute slugfest, that is pretty much one-sided. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, 2 o'clock, same time. Kia versus SSG. Thank you guys. And, as always, until next time.